In this video, I'll be testing a high win rate strategy that works for Forex stocks and crypto. I'll be testing it 100 times to see if these claims are true, and we'll see if we can really make money with this. But before we start, welcome to Tradefluence. My name's Gonzalo Branco. I'm a 23-year-old Forex trader who's been trading for the last 5 years now, and even have my own channel sharing my live trades with proof back in 2021. So first, head on over to TradingView, and for this, we're going to be using Bitcoin on the 5-minute time frame. Once loaded, we're going to need 4 indicators for this strategy, so head on over to the indicators tab, and for our first indicator we're going to need the Kijun Sen. Head back on over to the indicators tab, and for our second indicator we're going to need the parabolic SAR, and for our third indicator we're going to need the Didi index, and for the final indicator, we need the Wada explosion. Okay, so once loaded, we're going to need to make some adjustments in the settings. So double click on the red line, which is the Kijun, and in the style, we're going to change the color to yellow, and we're going to make the line thicker. Now let's make some adjustments to the DD index. So double click on the DD index. We're going to uncheck the middle plot, and we're going to make the red and blue line more visible. Now we need to make some adjustments to the Wada explosion, so double click, and we're going to go to inputs, change the sensitivity from 150 to 100. Then we're going to go to style, uncheck the dead zone line, we don't need this, and we're going to make the explosion line yellow and make it more visible. Okay, so now let's go over our entry criteria and how exactly can we use this strategy. Okay, so this is your entry criteria when looking for a long. First, we need to make sure that the DD index has just crossed below the blue line, which means there's a new entry signal occurring, and this is going to be our entry signal indicator. Once we've seen the red line cross below the blue line, now we need to make sure the price is broken above the yellow line, which is the Kijun Sen. Once both confirmations have been met, we need to make sure the final confirmation is that there's sufficient volume in the market, and we do this by using the Wada explosion. So for there to be sufficient volume, you need to make sure that the candles are either green or light green, and secondly, they need to be breaking above the yellow line. Once all confirmations have been met, we can take the instant execution with the stop loss below the swing low, and for our trade management, we're going to be closing out the trade when the parabolic SAR prints a new sell signal. So when the parabolic SAR is above, it's in a sell, and when it's below, it's in a buy. So we're going to close out when it prints a sell signal. Okay, so as you can see here, the parabolic SAR just printed a new sell signal indicated by this new dot. So we're going to close it on the candle that the dot occurred. But we're only going to listen to the parabolic SAR as long as it's in profit. If this dot occurs when you're not in profit, we're going to let the trade run to either our stop loss or until it goes back into profit and a new SAR is printed in profit. So in this instance, we made 0.36%. Now I'm going to go and break down the sell criteria. Okay, so this is your entry criteria when looking for a sell. First, we need to make sure that the DD index has just printed a new sell signal, and this is indicated by the red line crossing above the blue line. Once these confirmations have been met, the final entry confirmation will be the Wada explosion. We need to make sure that the Wada explosion is printing red or orange candles, as well as being above the yellow line, signifying that there's enough volume in the market. Once all 3 confirmations have been met, we're going to take the instant execution with the stop loss above the most recent swing high, and we're going to be using the parabolic SAR for our trade management. So once it prints a new dot below the candles, then we're going to be looking to close as it's a new buy signal. Okay, so as you can see here, price just printed a new buy signal on the parabolic SAR, and we're going to be closing out our trade for roughly around 1.43%. Now I'm going to go back test this 100 times and come back to you with the results. Okay, so in 9 weeks, we took 100 trades, 54 won and 46 lost, which resulted in a 63% net profit in them 9 weeks. And then we also had a 54% win rate. So the strategy is good. It did have a 6R max drawdown, so beginner friendly. I'm not too certain about that, but it does result in a very nice profit. But do remember, we are trading 24 hours, so it's not realistic. You're going to be back testing this in your own time frame. If that's London, New York, or Asian, just make sure you back test it. But this strategy is good. I wouldn't recommend it for a beginner unless you're extremely disciplined and have strong mental fortitude to withstand 6R max drawdown when you're first starting to trade. It's quite unrealistic, but I do recommend you guys to go and back test this. And like always, thank you for watching.